Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Aftcast Tenerife Afternoons. I'm your host, Tim Dowd. On today's show, we're going to have a little bit of the weather, the latest in the COVID saga. And then we'll nip over to janetanscombe.com and have a look at the headlines there. And finally, we'll take a look at the government website, gobiernodecanarias.org. As always, enjoy the show. Today is Wednesday, the 21st of April, 2021. Okay, welcome to the Uncut version on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never listened to the podcast, you get all the sections, but you don't get the chit-chat in between. But it's okay if you're looking for a little bit of weather, the update of the COVID, Janet Anscombe, and the government in that order. Sometimes I do add one or two other things in, like maybe an interview or something like that, but not many interviews on the island at the moment, but when you guys come over, I'll be sure to be talking to some of you, hopefully. Okay, so who am I? I'll tell you who I am. I'm Timothy Dowd. Timothy Dowd. And where am I? I'm in Callao Salvaje, which is a little village just further up than La Caleta. So if you carried along the coast, along La Caleta, you come past a couple of little beaches and some scrubland, and then you get to El Puertito, where the turtles are, and that one pub that's, I think it's open most days. And then the next one is Playa Paraíso, where the Hard Rock is, and we're the village right after that, Callao Salvaje. If you haven't seen anything of Callao Salvaje, I'm doing these walks in the morning to get fit, and I'll put them up here. I actually put them on the list, the drive arounds. So they're the latest in the drive arounds playlist, if you want to look at those. Okay, that was 2 minutes and 39 seconds in. What are we going to do? We're going to do the weather, the weather. So how are we going to do this best? What I could do is I want to try something out. So this isn't part of the weather now, this is just trying it out. So I'm going to do, where are we? This one, and this one. So you got me talking about the weather at the same time? That's his Lederhosen challenge. Okay, no. That's too small anyway. That's too small. I'll just sort of, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, that's better. Okay, so let's get ready for weather. Stripping down nude. Well, there's going to be plenty of weather in the next few days, so they say. So it's going to be in the low 20s this week. And they said cloudy today now, but there are a few clouds about, but not too much. Then sunny. And then 3 days of rain, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. And then Friday sunny again. We'll see how that pans out later. I think they make it up as they go along. Looking at the satellite picture here, I can see that we are on the edge of a high, it looks like, with cloud to the north and east and west of us and a little bit wispy to the south. Looking at the whole Atlantic, it looks like it's pretty calm there, apart from in the north there where the jet stream's coming over. It looks like you got a high over Great Britain as well. Yes, looking at the isobars, we are on the right-hand side of a high, which means it's bringing a little bit northerly wind to us, northwesterly wind. And the high over Scotland there is bringing lower temperatures but sunshine. Don't forget you will burn here. UV is pretty high. 50 factor is necessary. And that is your weather for today, Wednesday, April 21st, 2021. Faded out the music. Faded out the music. Okay, so what did I do today? I went for my walk. So you've already seen that I've put those up in the drive arounds playlist. Today I was in Fanya Bay and I decided to drive somewhere to have a walk. That's probably not going to be too often, I don't think, for the simple reason is it just takes a long time because it takes me a quarter of an hour to get there, find a parking spot, then I do my hour's walk, then it's a quarter of an hour to get back. So I'm away for over 1.5 hours. And Christina, I just don't want to leave Christina on her own that long. If I could do that, I'd go and play golf, but that's probably 2.5 to 3 hours, is it? So yeah, it's the time I don't have really, because Christina can't really do much without me, and especially when she's getting ready. So living with MS in Tenerife means you've got to accept your limitations, and we do. But it means that you got to take a lot more time to do stuff. So you can't just be saying, right, you put the kettle on while I do the washing. It's got to be, I've got to do everything, including moving her around from one chair to another, or loo, shower, get ready, basin, wash, brushing teeth and all that. So it does take a long time to get ready in the morning, and that's why we don't have brunch till around about 12 o'clock. And today was late. It was nearly 1:45 when we started brunch. So driving out an extra half an hour in the morning is probably not going to be too often, but I will do it because you've asked for it. But I will be walking around locally, and that means we'll be going up to bits of Cayo Salvaje that you've probably not seen before, and I'll be going over to Playa Paraíso because that's a nice walk over there as well. And yeah, we'll see. I might even nip down to El Puertito because it's only 5 minutes away by car, and have a walk round there. There's some nice rocky walks there, but I need to get some better shoes. I can't take me sandals. Okay, as you can see behind me, let me just zoom out here. Beautiful blue skies, wispy white clouds. Temperature is exactly 23.5 degrees according to this. Oh, bunk. 23.5 degrees according to this, I think. Can you see that? I can never see. I think it's painted on anyway. I got it in the local Chinese shop. I think it's just painted on 23 degrees. And yeah, there's a wind, as I said. It's changeable because it was when we were having brunch, it was going out to sea, and now it's coming at the back of me. But it's just a nice breeze, actually. It's quite nice. Quite nice, as they say. Quite nice. I watched the McMaster this morning on in London with Darren John. Great stuff. Can't wait to see the vlog on that. And Rick was online. He was doing some stuff as well. And the Crackmaster, I don't know if you saw the ones that he did in the with the Olive Garden with John, the new one. I haven't finished watching that one. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll link those up here as well. So if you click on here, you'll see all those super guys that vlog on the island. And in Britain, of course. Okay, where are we? We're going to do, COVID now. There we go, COVID. Get ready for the COVID. Let me zoom back into me. Yeah, where we go. COVID. COVID-19 update. In the whole of the Canary Islands, as of 2 p.m. on the 20th of April 2021, was 4,194 active cases. Zooming into Tenerife is 2,367, which is a bit more than we said yesterday. Of the 2,367, 1,200 and a bit are in Santa Cruz, 545 in La Laguna, Arona 117, Adeki 93, Granadilla de Abona 65, and just over the 50 at 58 is Los Rialejos. I've eventually found out how to say that. Rialejos, Los Rialejos. And if we're looking at the average now, we can see we've turned the corner again. We're down to 78.6. And that was your COVID for today. Ba-dum. Ba-da-bum. Okay, so going over to Janet Anscombe in a minute and then go to the government website. As I say, we've done the walk-in and stuff. Tonight, balcony banter. We're actually going to take on where we left off last week because I ran out of battery on my data DAS thing. And I've made sure I've got enough data and enough battery, and I'm using it now, but I'm going to plug it in again when I finish this, because I use this to push it out to YouTube live. In fact, if you knew the address, you can actually watch this live, but I don't publish the address because I don't want to be hanging around trying to answer questions and stuff. I just want to get it done, and it's easier than recording it, editing it, and then uploading it, because it's already uploaded and it's uncut anyway. So there you go. I just got to make sure I don't swear. Cool dudes. Coolo doodles. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Right. So we're going over to Janet. She's got 3 things there I want to talk about. One's very sad, actually. And then the government website. Not a lot going on there that we don't know about. Let's have a look at this first. We have a friend, a mutual balconista. Heist. That's Jim. Called Brian Cox. And he sent me a picture, and he's asking you guys whether you know what it is. He said he bought it in one of the Chinese shops here, and he's asking for you, do you know what this is? Leave a comment down below if you know what this is. Now, I thought it was like 2 orange things in the bottom of a pan, but actually the orange thing is the floor. So they look like owls to me. So I'm not sure whether it's 1 pan or 2. It looks like there's a pan inside a pan, or something like that. It's I don't even know whether it's a pan, but it looks like there's a hole, and it could be a lid. I'm thinking maybe something to do with steam or something, where you turn one and the other, and you got more or less steam coming in. That could be it. But I don't know what it is, so guess what it is and tell the world. And let's see if Brian can put us out of our misery. This time next week, we'll give you all a week. No, we won't. No, we won't, because most people watch this thing either 1 or 2 days. So Friday, Freaky Friday, we'll have the answer. I might even ask Brian if he wants to come on live. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Oh, put him on the spot now, Bri. Put you on the spot now. But you don't have to. You just let us know what it is. Okie dokie. So let's go ahead with Janet Anscombe. Let's now go over to janetanscombe.com and see the headlines there. And Janet's leading today with the vaccination to say that Spain COVID vaccine, the Canaries have administered over 92% of all doses received in the islands, as Sanidad issues further calls for those without appointments to ring for vaccination. So basically this story goes on to say that there is a sort of a discrepancy because we are slower than the rest of Spain apparently, and we are giving out the doses as we get them, but also we're, as we said yesterday, it's only 20% have been vaccinated with at least 1 dose, so there's plenty more to go, and we're hoping to get up to 70% by September, they said, and that was even hoping to get to that stage by June or July. So if you want to go and read the rest of that, it's quite interesting. And also it's an ongoing article, this one, that tells you all about the vaccines. And also private patients, because there are private patients on the island who are not in the system, and they've been shoved from pillar to post up to now. But again, they've been saying anybody who has not been vaccinated and is born between later than 1961, in fact, to get in touch with your local health authority or ayuntamiento. So the Lyridge meteor shower is visible from tomorrow, which is the 22nd of April. And the Lyridge meteor shower will be peaking overnight tomorrow, 22nd of April. It is not a spectacular shower, but still usually produces some 20 meteors an hour at peak. Although this year, the moon, just a few days off being 2021's first full supermoon, the pink moon is full at 4:30 a.m. on the 26th to the 27th, and will not help viewing, but will make everything quite beautiful. Lyrid meteors can appear anywhere in the sky from after 11 p.m. or so, and the full list of 2021's other meteor showers is here, and there's a link that you can press if you go to janetanscombe.com. And the sad news here is a walker died this afternoon, and this was on the 20th of April, after falling in the Ifonche area, often where walkers start their ascent to the Roc del Conde. Emergency services say that they were called out shortly before 3 p.m. by a fellow walker reporting that the man had fallen a considerable distance in an inaccessible area. He was located by the GES helicopter along with land-based search and rescue teams, but found to be in cardiac arrest. He was sadly unresponsive to their attempts at resuscitation and was declared dead at the helipad. There are no other availability about his identification at the moment. So that was a sad note there to end on. But it's also a warning that even though you do come here, it is dangerous to go hiking if you're not careful, and also swimming. So we do have a lot of drownings in the Canary Islands, and so just look after yourself. If you go over to janetanscombe.com, there's also tips on how to keep safe in Canary Islands as well. I'd like to thank Janet for all the stuff that she does. It's a great resource on a website, and go over and give her some love. Okay, so what else have I got here? I've been putting up some pictures on Instagram about my food, but I think I forgot the last two. This was the spaghetti we had on Sunday, I believe. Sort of spaghetti with a vegetarian bolognese sauce, and I put some extra olives in it. Love them or hate them, I love them. And some jalapenos. So that was quite good. And the wraps that we had the other day, I actually warmed them through. Well, I cut them into rings and put those in a little pot and stuck cheese on top and had the wraps. That was also vegetarian. That was vegetarian fajitas. Although I did put a little bit of sausage in mine, but Christina was good and had the vegetarian one as well. So if you want to follow us on Instagram, we are at Living with MS Tenerife, and you can see what we eat for din-dins. Be more poignant now that I'm eating less. Well, having said that, I'm not eating less, but I'm not eating double anymore, put it that way. So I'm eating normal portions. And I'm going to, together with the walks in the morning, I'm going to drink less and eat a little bit less. And, let my body catch up to me. I'll buy some new scales, because I don't trust the ones I have. Because one minute I'm 113, next minute I'm 116. I don't trust them. I need to get the ones that says, you're the perfect weight, Tim, and you look great too. Those are the ones I want. If anybody knows where you can get those, drop me a line, P.O. Box, Timothy Dowd. No, timothydow.com, and drop me an email there. Okay, so where are we today? We are in Callao Savaki. There you go, Callao Savaki this week. That's cool, isn't it? I like those things. Right, so. Oh, that was me. I just did that just to fool you. You thought, oh no, Faulty Towers moment again. Yeah. Right, so we're on the island of Eternal Spring, and the wind is a nice breeze. Tonight is the balcony banter. All I've got to do is change the tablecloth, set the table. Tonight we're having croquettes. I've got some truffle croquettes and some pollo, which is chicken. And I got some little bits of fish, but I think I'll make them tomorrow because I promised to make a Spanish omelette today, 6-egg Spanish omelette. And so that's what we're having tonight. And of course, Canarian wine. We got some more Canarian wine. We got the bottle that we didn't open last week, plus Julian is going to bring a bottle. And I've got another bottle that I bought yesterday, but I'll probably save that till next week because we're not going to drink 3. Cleo, unfortunately, cannot make it, but fortunately, she is doing a live herself at 7 o'clock. I'm going to try and get the connection for it, and I'll put it up here if I do. It is a writers' get-together, an authors' get-together, and it's a live event at 7 p.m. in the Ayuntamiento in Areje. So that'll be interesting. So when we're done, I can send you over to them if you're interested in that. I'm not sure whether I think it is in English. It's international, so I think it is in English. Okay, so let's go over to Let's now go over to gobiernodecanarias.org. Okay, and they're leading today with the Canary Islands will give direct aid to companies, small businesses, and the self-employed of 1.3 million euros, which is 3 points of the GDP. I thought it was 1.14, so we got an extra bit of cash from somewhere. Or was it 1.4 and they pocketed some? We don't know. The top 4 there are how to get vaccination if you're in Lanzarote and how to get vaccination if you're in Fuerteventura. Don't forget that if you are living here and you're listening to this, that if you were born after 1961, please contact, and you haven't been vaccinated, please contact your health centre. And they say health records 148 cases in the last 24 hours of COVID-19, which again is good. I mean, it was 160 on Monday, Tuesday was 200 and something, 148 today is pretty good. And Van Oostende exposes the magnitude of European agricultural funds to guarantee island agricultural activities. I did read this, and basically it's saying that there's agricultural and fisheries funds from the EU to be able to come and subsidise the farmers in the rural areas here, that we need to sort of know that it's there, know who can get it, and how it will help. So that's a good one there. And if we go over to the small headlines there's one the housing allocates an extraordinary fund of 14.5 million euros to avoid depopulation in rural areas. And what they're trying to do here is they're trying to help people either renovate or build social housing, well, not social housing, so council houses basically, so that people can rent them in rural areas. So I thought that was quite good. I think what they really need to do, though, is to make sure that the kids have got jobs. So it's not really enough just to build houses or renovate houses in rural areas to keep people there. You have to give them a way to earn a living also, because the kids do go to the capital cities, or even they leave the Canary Islands totally. So if they want people to live in the rural areas, they either need to make the transport fantastic and free, or make sure you can get a local job. Well, there you go. That is the government website for today. Yeah, so I mean, socialism is a good thing, I think, but if you don't do it right, then obviously you're putting money into something where that's not going to work. So what you really need is this type of social democracy. So it's basically capitalism without taking advantage of people. I know that's hard, but if you can imagine that if you have certain things that are unalienable rights like water or electricity or like Jeremy Corbyn was saying, the Wi-Fi, the broadband, then these things these days are basically human rights now. You tend to be really disadvantaged if you can't get online. You're very disadvantaged if you can't get access to clean water. And also, if they're making profits off you, then, it's worse in places like Britain where, you can't heat the house because the fuel costs are so high. But here again, we need to think about looking after each other. I think that's what it is. So if you can put your hand on your heart and say, I've looked after my neighbour, I've looked after my community, then that's okay. If you sort of say, I don't care, as long as I'm all right, and I'll do anything to make a profit, then that's probably not a great way to live within a society. That's enough of me today. And no political parties, no political stuff, but I think way of living is what you got to look at. And the island life here is a great thing. I've just noticed there's a big ship behind me. If I do this, and we zoom in a bit, and then we move over slightly. What's that? Looks like a big cruise ship, doesn't it? Oh, we're on the digital zoom now, but it looks like a big cruise ship. I don't know which one it is, but it's one of them. It's probably cheaper to have it go around the sea doing stuff than it is to leave it in port. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm going to put me back in the middle. Okay, you've probably noticed I've got my phone on my gimbal again. Gonna cough. As my father would say, it isn't the cough that carries you off, it's the coughing they carry you off in. Okay. All right, what are we going to do? I'm just going to say thank you. Oh, there we go. Going to say thank you. Let's do this one, and this one, and this one. I'm in the bottom right-hand corner today. That's cool. So, are we ready? One of my favourite things. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for listening today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, download the podcast or whatever you do there. And don't forget, we do the uncut version of this podcast on YouTube at LWMST. I also have a Facebook page at LWMST, although I don't answer messages on that one. I prefer emails. And if you're on Instagram, we do Living with MS Tenerife, but it's mostly just food. And don't forget, you can go to timothydow.com, where you can send me a message, find out how to sponsor the channel. Join me live Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5:55 on YouTube, on screen. And also look at the rest of the blogs. Thanks for listening and enjoy yourself. Goodbye now. I like that ending. I really do like that ending. That's pretty cool. Sort of a bit of an upbeat ending. But I know what you guys are after.
Vamos a la playa.
So those of you on Uncut, you get the Vamos a la Playa. It's Giuliani's favourite. I might even play it tonight on Balcony Banter. We can have a sing-song. So I'm going to do the end now for this one, which is basically... Google thinks you might want to like this one next. And if you press the little square button, you can find out how to sponsor the channel. And the little round one is just in case you haven't subscribed. Bye.